Welcome back to Rob's Camino, and if you're a new viewer, a particularly warm welcome. Something a little bit different this week, coming right up. So there's been a few things a little bit different happening on the channel over the last few weeks. One video, if you haven't seen it yet, go and check out the interview that I managed to do with Bill Bennett, the writer and director of a new Camino movie called The Way, My Way. I'll put a link down below, go and have a look at that. It is showing in Australia at the moment. It's going to the Cannes Film Festival, and after that it should get North American and European distribution as well. So really great movie. Yes, I've been to see it, and it was great to talk to Bill about the movie. The regular videos have been a bit different recently, and I want to seek your help on that, so bear with me for a moment. Over the last few weeks, I've been showing daily videos from my last Camino last year. There's a whole series on the Via de la Plata, the Camino Invierno, and then the Camino Finisterre. So it's 60 days all up. It got to the point at the end where I was publishing one every day just to get them done, basically, but everybody seemed to enjoy those. So thank you for all the comments, and like everybody else, I'm looking forward to my next Camino. But I'm struggling for topics. Let me be honest. The channel has been going for a few years now, and I think I've covered most topics that people have in their minds. So the easy thing is to sort of go back and start redoing topics, but it's much better if you tell me what topics that you would like to hear. And this is particularly for newbie pilgrims, planning your first pilgrim. That's really the main purpose of this channel. It's to bring the Camino to people who are thinking about it, maybe put your mind at rest about some of the concerns that you have about walking the Camino, give you a few tips and so on, all based purely on my own experience, which is not that extensive. So for the newbie pilgrims particularly, what are some of the things that concern you, worry you, and it doesn't matter what question you've got. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So let me give you some ideas, because I've been monitoring the Facebook groups and forums and so on over the last few weeks, and there seems to be a few trends coming up. So if these are topics that you would like me to talk about, I'm more than happy to do that in the coming weeks. Do comment down below. You need to let me know what topics are going to be of most interest. So in the last few weeks, I've noticed a lot of stuff about how busy the Camino Frances is. Yeah, it's getting busier and busier. There's kind of positives and negatives about that. It's a wonderful route, particularly for a first Camino. It can be a bit overwhelming, I think, if you're walking during a particularly busy period. I was on the Camino Frances for just 3 days last year, crossing between 2 different routes. Yeah, it was busy, but it was good busy. So I think we'll talk about that a little bit, maybe how to avoid the crowds if you want to. Some people love having lots of people around them and the social aspect. So busyness is definitely a key topic at the moment. Another one that I've seen coming up is people panicking yet again about lack of accommodation. We can't get a bed, we're booking ahead, we've booked our whole Camino ahead. I think that needs to be addressed again. There's a couple of videos on the channel about that, but if you have concerns about that, do comment down below, and I'm more than happy. It'll probably be quite a long video. We'll go through all the causes of there being accommodation problems, whether there are really accommodation problems or is it a perception thing. So we'll go through that. I've noticed a lot of comments recently, or questions also, about budgets. Somebody on one of the Facebook groups recently was saying, oh, I was really disappointed. It was so expensive walking the Camino, and I thought I could do it for 25 euros a day. You can, I think, still just. So maybe we should talk about budgets a little bit more. Again, there's videos on the channel already about that, but I'll give you some thoughts about budgets and what your realistic expectations can be. Sure, you can spend 25 euros a day, you can spend 200 euros a day if you want, but let's talk about some of the aspects that are going to impact that budget, some of the key expenses, how you can manage those expenses better, how you can walk a Camino on a smaller budget, that kind of thing. So I think those are particularly important topics at the moment for people. Along with, there's always questions about gear. I'm more than happy to share my thoughts on gear, accommodation types, food types. I still see things where people are saying, oh, should I bring a tent? Should I bring a cooker in case I get caught out? Yeah, I was one of those, asking those questions about 10 years ago. So happy to share some thoughts on that. Which routes to walk. So whatever Camino topic you have in the back of your mind, front of your mind, whatever's concerning you, worrying you, whatever, do comment down below, and that gives me some great topics then to be able to do videos on, and I know that they're going to be videos that are useful to you, because otherwise I'm going to start repeating old topics again. Now, I've probably actually still got a lot of footage from my last Camino. So if you haven't seen those daily sort of blog type videos, I'll put links down below. There was the Via de la Plata series, the Camino Invierno series, and the Finisterre series. But there was a lot of footage that didn't make it into those daily ones because I didn't want to make them too long. So I might actually go back through some of that footage. And as I've done in the past, I might put some videos about different albergues I stayed in, or different food I came across, or different sort of themes, so I can do that as well. So it won't all be old stuff. I'll get some new stuff as well. But I'd really like to hear from you the sort of topics that you would love to hear more about when you're planning your first Camino in particular. So just a quick video this week. Thanks for being with us once again, and I'll try and get a video out next week on some of those new topics. Get the comments coming. Bye for now.